Welcome. On behalf of myself, our staff, Coach V, we appreciate you being here and welcome you. This is an exciting day for North Texas football. It's our first recruiting class, and it's the start of what we want to build and how we want to build our program. It's been a fast turnaround with the staff and myself, and we've had a great opportunity. Being able to get out there and get in front of the DFW Metroplex coaches, starting to build relationships there and also around the state of Texas. Unbelievable opportunity, and everybody really welcomed us, and we had an unbelievable time getting out there and doing those. I want to thank my assistant coaches and our staff for the efforts and the tremendous job that they did, and especially with such a short period to do it. They did a great job evaluating the talent and making sure that the recruits that we were recruiting fit our program and fit North Texas. I feel like we have laid a great foundation with this class, and I look forward to getting them here in the mix with our current players. We've addressed some immediate needs, all right, at certain positions, and we look forward to developing all these guys and helping us get our program to where we want it to be. I want to make sure I thank all of our current players who hosted these current student athletes and showed them around and showed them what it would be like to be part of this Mean Green family. I feel like we wanted the right guys to be here at North Texas. We wanted guys that were going to be selfless, tough, and disciplined, and there's no doubt in my mind with this class, I feel like these guys have those characteristics. We're extremely excited to get those guys here, and can't wait to get started with them. And then I'll take questions from there.
A lot of transfers in this class, the 2-year variety, the 4-year variety. Why did you go that route?
Well, some of it's depth, some depth things, reasons. Some of it getting some unbelievable players that feel like they would be great fits here. At the end of the day, we're looking for the best fits. Some of it's style and kind of what we're going to do offensively and defensively, getting guys in not only that fit, because I think guys on this roster absolutely fit, but it could be some of the transition. Maybe you're not carrying as many receivers as we would like to carry. Maybe you're not carrying as many quarterbacks, offensive linemen, running backs. It's a numbers thing, and each system's a little bit different, so you have to make sure your personnel fits.
Did you feel like you needed to plug some holes to be able to win early on with those transfers?
I don't know if it's so much plugging holes. Again, I think some of it's numbers and depth issues. Again, each and every day we're going to go out and get the best student athletes. We're going to always bring in great competition. Talk to our team a lot about that. Competition makes everybody better. So at the end of the day, I think those guys were just great fits.
3 wide receivers in this class. How much emphasis did you put on that, and how much did that speak to the spread offense you're going to be implementing here?
Yeah, again, some of that's kind of the numbers I'm talking about. I think there was a little bit more of a pro-style approach with maybe some of the past systems, and so we like to try to carry up to 14 wide receivers on scholarship. You got to have depth at that position. The way we move and the way we run. You want to be able to play around, if you can, you want to play 8 guys in a game. So with how we spread it and how we play, you better have some depth at that position for sure.
Dion Harrigan, how does he, you talk about fit, how does he fit?
Not only does he fit as a player, extremely athletic, his speed, I think he's very versatile. As a guy that could play, not only could play receiver, you can move him in the backfield and do some running back things with him. He's thrown the ball quite a bit too, and did a pretty dang good job doing it. But more importantly, with him, is what a tremendous guy, what a tremendous young man. It's impressive to be around him and to sit in his home. You almost feel like he's interviewing you, which is a great thing. Probably one of the most impressive kids I've ever been around.
This is your first time out recruiting Texas high schools for this school, and you talked a lot about building those relationships. What was the reception for North Texas like out there in Texas high school coaching?
Unbelievable. I thought every school that we went into, and I tried to get to as many as I could. making sure that, especially in this DFW Metroplex, as many schools as I could, getting in front of coaches, letting them understand I will be at their schools when I can get out. Obviously, there's only a certain time period that I'll be able to, again, everybody was very welcoming, and guys had a lot of advice, which some of those head coaches you sit in and talk to, they've been head coaches for a long time, so it was a great opportunity for me to pick their brain as well. And then just meeting with our staff, each weekend when we came off the road, everybody was extremely excited, very impressed with the coaches, talking with everybody, they see the brand, they see the vision, and again, right here, you drive down 35 and you'll see this stadium, and it's an unbelievable place, and a lot of talk about it.
You estimate how many schools how many coaches you've been in front of since you've been?
Oh, I wish I could tell you. I don't even know the number. Quite a few.
Any guess?
Guess of number of schools? I couldn't even guess, to be honest with you.
What was the reception like from players and just the general attitude towards North Texas as you were recruiting?
Great, unbelievable.
Talks about addressing the quarterback situation when you took over, and you obviously did that by signing, a transfer and then bringing in a high school quarterback. Are you happy with what you did at that position heading into next season?
Absolutely. Year in and year out, we're going to go out and recruit quarterbacks, and we're going to recruit the best quarterbacks in the country. And at the end of the day, you got to have a quarterback in today's age to make any system work, but especially as how we throw the ball around. You got to have more than one. So we're always going to have depth at that position. There's always going to be great competition at that position, as well as all our positions. But felt like that was we didn't have a lot of depth there either.
What was it about Alec Morris that you thought would make him a good fit for this program? So I would assume a fifth-year senior trade.
Mm-hmm. What he did what he did in high school obviously was big. Knowing him when he came out, and then rewatching it a number of times, and also knowing some guys that have coached him over there at Alabama, and the program that he's been involved in, and what he's seen, and through some of his experiences with the national championship games. I feel like he knows what it looks like, and feel like he's going to be a tremendous asset to our program.
Mason Fine was a bit of an interesting story just because of his production at the high school level and his size. What was it about him that made you think that he would be a good fit as a scholarship quarterback?
Turn on the tape, and not a highlight tape. Turn on the tape and watch every single game, and watch his productivity. Again, sometimes in recruiting we get locked in on highlights, and the one thing that we talk a lot about as a staff is truly evaluating guys, watching game tape. I think we could all put together a pretty good highlight on ourselves in high school, and at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're looking at the big overall picture of how they played and what they did, and I can promise you, if you turn on this game tape, you'll see what I see.
His size didn't bother you?
Not at all.
What does he do to overcome his size?
Go out and play, make plays. I mean, size really doesn't bother me. There's plenty of 5'10" quarterbacks out there that who are pretty special. I could probably name a few.
What did the tape tell you of Nick Smith?
Unbelievable player, versatile, great feet, great vision, and he can pop it when he pops it. He can take it the distance. He has good long speed, and he's a home run threat. But the biggest thing is just watching his vision, and he has great feet to where he can make jump cuts and make you miss. So great talent.
Do you feel like you needed some help defensively immediately going into next season?
There were some depth issues, yes. I feel like there was, and definitely feel like we met some of those needs. I don't know. We didn't have a ton of depth at the linebacker position. Definitely felt like we needed to get some guys in here that can make an immediate impact and compete with the rest of the guys on this team to make us better.
Who among this class do you think could jump in and make an immediate
Hoping a bunch of guys can. Again, that's why you're recruiting them. If they're the best guy when they come in here, again, I tell every one of these guys, no one's guaranteed anything when they come here. You're going to have to earn everything you get on the field. So for me to sit here and say which individuals have the better opportunity, I don't know. We'll find out when they get here and they compete like everybody else. And whoever the best guys are will play.
What does Bryce bring to this program, especially
A lot. You know, his dad was a former student athlete here. He understands what this place is about. You know what it means to him to be back home, closer to his family. And there's no doubt in my mind, as a person, with his character, I've had a lot of fun getting a chance to get around him, meet with him. He did an unbelievable job with hosting some other student athletes that were on official visits. And not only that, he's a great football player. Just with his size and really quickness for a guy that big, he poses a lot of issues for offensive linemen.
You seem like you closed really well. You got Ladarius on the last day, you got a junior college offensive lineman on the last day. Were you pretty pleased with the late additions you got heading into the last minute there?
I don't know if they were late. Maybe you just didn't know about them.
Didn't know them?
They're all late. On signing day, I promise you, until that fax comes through, they're all late. Sometimes it gets you start sweating a little bit now. We want them all to get there quick, but those are guys that we had been on and had been recruiting and felt pretty good about getting.
Is your plan with Mason Fine to, since he was young, kind of let him sit since you got Alec Morris here too, an older veteran guy who's been around, maybe let him watch, or is he a guy, like you said, who play the best guy? Is he in the mix?
The best guys play. I don't care if they're freshman or senior. I really don't. You come here and compete, whether you're a freshman, whether you're a senior, whether you're a scholarship player, whether you're a walk-on, the best players play.
Do you think this class will stack up against the rest of the conference? So it came out pretty well?
I feel great about our class. How it stacks up against anybody else, I don't really care, and I don't really look at it, to be honest with you. The biggest thing I try to do is make sure we fill our needs and they fit our program. And at the end of the day, we go out and get the best players for us.
You really think you helped yourself with this match again?
Absolutely, 100%.
Is there a chance that you guys have some extra scholarships at this point that you could use after signing day for guys that are not on this list?
Possibly.
I mean, I know you can't address prospects that maybe haven't signed yet, but William Johnson was a guy that was out there, linebacker from Arizona Western. Is he a part of this class at this point, or can you say that?
He's not. Everybody who's a part of the sheet's a part of this class.
Do you anticipate Bryce English being eligible this year, or will he have to sit out?
There's some of that will be. It's a process we're working through, and something I can't give you a straight answer on right this second.
Is everybody else in good shape academically? You anticipate all these guys being here in the fall?
Oh, absolutely. I think everybody has a plan academically, and we know exactly where they're at. We've evaluated transcripts, obviously, and I feel good where everybody is. The one thing I didn't want to do was get in some situations to where we were taking guys and didn't feel like they were maybe going to make it. That does us no good for right now. So everybody we got today feel very good about them being here.
You talked about wanting to carry more wide receivers than you do now. How would you address that depth issue in the first year and adjust to it?
I'm sorry. How did I adjust to it?
Yeah, how would you just adjust to not having as many wide receivers as you'd like?
I think we're good with what we got in this class, and then also, again, making sure that we go out and I feel like we got everything we need right here on campus. But at the same time, just having a strong walk-on program as well. I mean, through the years and what we've done, we've had a lot of guys come on to different places we were as walk-ons, earn scholarships, and have unbelievable careers. Good? Thank you, guys.